Hi, I'm Larry Black, and today we're looking back. About 20 years ago, I had an idea to get a room filled with country music people, singers, songwriters, put together 30 of them. They love to tell stories. They love to share with each other. And today, they get to share with you. This is Looking Back with Larry Black. Hey, welcome into Looking Back. You know, sometimes you flip a button and you see something you love, and you don't know how it started. Let me give you a little background on that. Welcome to Country's Family Reunion, Looking Back. I'm Larry Black, and we're looking back with Bill Anderson. There's a song there which somebody has already sung several times, I'm sure.
Wasn't that a big hit by, was it Nat King Cole? Who was it? Looking back.
See, I was thinking about the other one. That was the pop,
Yeah.
a pop version.
Well, I'm pop.
That's right.
I couldn't go pop with a mouth full of firecrackers.
Jimmy,
you were thinking of Looking Back to See.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Jimmy Dean joined us. He was only able to join us on one of the shows, Country's Family Reunion, the second time we did it. But he and Dickens got into it. He did sing Big Bad John. But man, they had more stories together, and the room was electrified. It was like everybody, there are 28 people sitting there looking at these two guys going, are they going to come to fisticuffs? I mean, it was.
They were such close friends.
And so much fun.
They loved each other. I was on the Big Bad John boat one time with Jimmy Dean and Jimmy Dickens, and we did some fishing and hanging out for several days. And to hear the two of them, I mean, there was obviously this incredible love between them. You know, professional honesty between them and everything. But it was like being in the room with Abbott and Costello. Yeah. You know, it was just
you can't
so funny.
fight with somebody that hard if you don't love them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Jimmy Dean, followed by little Jimmy Dickens.
Y'all, we had a big vocal group when we recorded this, and we don't have them here.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't know if I want this group. Don't you play guitar? Now, Jimmy, I'm telling you, don't play guitar until they get holes on both sides of that. Don't play it. I'll tell you what, we'll start with the chorus. Ready? Big John, Big John, Big Bad John. Donna, I can take this bunch on the road with me. Dang. That was really good. Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245, kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. And everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Here we go. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John. Whew, I'm telling you, we'll do the last one, you see. And this is where you break and give me this dramatic ending. You got it? Now, they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it. These few words are written on that stand. You break it kind of quicker. And I say here, I'm going to end this, Bill, like I wrote it. And then they released it, and they said, you can't say that on a record. Now you can say anything. But I wrote it, at the bottom of this mine lies one hell of a man, Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John. Big John, Big John. Boy, you were good. Thank you.
Big John Russell was singing, huh?
I just figured out something, Dean. What? I thought you named that boat after me.
You know, one of the biggest thrills I ever had, Coach Darrell Royal's a great friend of mine, and he said, you've got to go down to, what's the name of it? Abilene, I think. Not Abilene. Well, it was John Tyler High School, and he said they use your song as a fight song there. And I went down there, and I'm telling you, to hear 16-year-old kids doing a thing that I had written in 1961. Big Bad John. It just thrilled the daylights out of me. One of the nicest thing that ever happened. That's all. I won't bore you anymore, Bill, because you've got Sam Boring right there to talk to.
One day I was down on Jimmy's boat, and a friend of mine was down there, and he came over for dinner, and we were having dinner. But Donald was down in the galley. The crew was gone because Jimmy had sent them out. One of them was having a birthday, so he'd sent them out, and the crew was gone. And so Donald was down the galley fixing dinner, and Jimmy and Chris, his friend of mine, now we're sitting up on the top deck up there. We got on them big tall stools. We got our feet propped up on the thing there, and they're having some Don Perignon. I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi. and the Trump Tower is back over here. The sun is just going down. It's just beautiful. There's a nice breeze. I mean, it's just the greatest thing I'd ever had in my life. And I said, I wonder what the poor folks are doing. And Jimmy said, there's two of y'all sitting on my boat.
My band and I got off the plane one time in New York City, coming back from Europe, and coming through the lobby, and way off over in the corner, I heard somebody say, Jimmy Dickens is a midget and his feet don't match. Guess who?
Jimmy D.
He sells sausage. I told him a while ago, I said, if you'll just tell me what's wrong with my playing, I'll try to fix it. He said, I don't like anything about your playing. Fix that. And I thought he was my friend all these years.
I love you to death, and you know that. And
Never
I
did
pick on
use
you
me
'cause-
on none of your
But
sessions.
you listen. What'd you say?
You never did use me on none of your sessions.
Well, if I was still cutting, I wouldn't now either.
I ain't never been on your boat either.
You've been invited. You've been invited. We've got
Yeah,
a,
but you know something about that? I got that invitation. I don't know how I ever got it because it didn't have any postage on it. I had to pay 39 cents to get
That's
it.
it. That's it. I just want you to work a few more gigs so you can get your act fixed.
Don't you worry about it. When you play as much guitar as I do, they come undone.
Boy, I'll tell you one thing. I learned a valuable lesson. Don't you ad-lib with Dickens, he'll cut you to ribbons, that little sucker.
Well, that's not only how we started with Looking Back, but that's how we're going to end it for today. That was a long piece, wasn't it? But wasn't it fun to see Dickens and Dean go at each other and to just see the faces of everybody in that room? Everybody was having a ball and laughing and giggling. Join us for more Looking Back right here. Subscribe now.